than Dean Ambrose. I learned so much from this man, and it breaks my heart to see him.
WrestleMania 41 left the WWE Universe in chaos. Roman Reigns lost everything: his title, his family, his aura of invincibility. Solo Sikoa turned his back. The bloodline fractured. Jon Maxley shocked the world by walking through the crowd after the main event, standing on the ramp, staring into Roman's eyes. Seth Rollins, injured and quiet since his match, posted a cryptic tweet. "The game is changing." Something was brewing beneath the surface, and it would shake WWE to its core. "I still got your back." Moxley and Roman share a moment on Raw. Roman Reigns sat alone in a dark locker room. No Heyman, no bloodline, just silence. Then the door creaked open, and Jon Maxley stepped in. Tension filled the air. These weren't Shield brothers anymore. They were veterans, survivors. "I didn't come to fight," Moxley said. "I came to remind you, you're not alone." Roman didn't speak. He just nodded. The unspoken bond was there. Two warriors who went through fire and might just go through it again, together. Seth Rollins breaks his silence. "I'm done carrying this." Seth Rollins took to the mic on SmackDown, walking slowly to the ring in street clothes and a somber tone. "For 10 years I've carried the weight, the architect, the visionary, the workhorse. I gave this company everything. And now, I'm tired." The fans fell silent. "The Shield was my family. You two broke it, and I tried to fix it. But now, I've got something to say that'll change everything." The crowd buzzed. What was Seth hiding? The bombshell revealed Seth's injury and future decision. In a shocking announcement, Seth Rollins revealed he suffered a severe spinal injury during his match at WrestleMania. "The doctors say I need to walk away for a while, maybe forever." Fans gasped. Rollins didn't cry, he smiled. "But before I go, I want to finish what we started." He paused. "One last time, the Shield, all of us, together." It wasn't just an injury update, it was a challenge, a plea, and a call to arms. The Shield revisited, from brotherhood to broken trust. WWE released a chilling retrospective on the Shield. From their debut in 2012 to the betrayals, the reunions, and the wars, it painted a tragic portrait of 3 men bound by violence and betrayal. Moxley walking out in 2019. Seth's infamous chair shot in 2014. Roman's solo conquest. "Maybe we were never brothers," Rollins said in a voiceover. "Maybe we were soldiers who lost the war. But what if that war wasn't over?" Roman responds, "One night for us." Backstage, Roman finally spoke. Sitting alone, he whispered, "I didn't ask for help, but maybe I needed it." He turned to the camera. "Seth, Jon, one night, not for the fans, not for the company, for us." The challenge was accepted. The Shield, fractured, bitter, blood-stained, was preparing for one last ride. A reunion not out of love, but out of necessity. The enemies of the past were regrouping, and Roman knew he couldn't fight them alone. The Shield reunites in the ring, an earth-shaking moment. On the following Raw, the arena lights went black. A siren blared. Through the crowd walked Jon Maxley in a tactical vest. From the stage, Seth Rollins emerged, limping but determined. And from the ramp, Roman Reigns, stoic and battered, joined them. The 3 stood shoulder to shoulder, fists raised once more. The pop was nuclear. No words, just silence, fists in, and a crowd that knew they were witnessing wrestling history being rewritten. Enemies multiply, Judgment Day, bloodline remnants, and more. But unity comes at a price. The Judgment Day saw the Shield reunion as a threat. Solo Sikoa, now the head of a violent bloodline 2.0, called it a dead dream. Even Cody Rhodes, the reigning undisputed champion, questioned their motives. "Are you fighting for legacy or ego?" he asked. The Shield was back, but the world around them had evolved, and they weren't the only wolves in the yard anymore. Moxley's message: "This time, we end it on our terms." Moxley addressed the WWE Universe in a backstage promo that shook the foundations of storytelling. "We got used, manipulated, turned into puppets. Not anymore." He leaned into the camera. "This time, we fight for us. Not for gold, not for corporate dreams, for respect, for closure." It was the most honest Moxley had ever been in WWE, a man who walked through every fire imaginable, now walking back into the war on his own terms. Seth's last stand. "I don't know if I'll ever walk back in." In a tearful sit-down interview, Rollins admitted the truth. "This could be my last run." He discussed his injury, fatherhood, and his burning desire to leave one final memory with his brothers. "If this is the end, I want it to be with the two men who started it all with me. Because, despite everything, they're family." It was raw. Human. Not just a character speaking, but the man behind the visionary mask. Seth freakin' Rollins. Triple H confirms Shield vs. Judgment Day at Backlash. Triple H made it official. For the first time in years, the Shield would team up at Backlash, taking on Judgment Day in a 6-man tag match. "It's legacy versus evolution," he said. "The Shield's final ride." Fans went wild. The match had emotion, stakes, history, and danger. A possible farewell for Rollins, a rebirth for Moxley, a crossroads for Roman. The wrestling world braced itself for a collision of eras. Solo Sikoa plans ambush. "I'm the one now." Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa was not pleased. "Roman, you made your choice. You picked the past. I'm the now." With Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu by his side, Solo promised a post-match ambush at Backlash. "When they're weak, when the fans are cheering, we strike. We send them to the grave." The stakes were now even higher. Shield vs. Judgment Day wasn't just a war. It could become a slaughterhouse by night's end. The final chapter begins. One more fist bump, one more war. The night before Backlash, the three men stood together one last time. No lights, no theatrics, just an empty ring. Roman, Moxley, Seth, bruised, scarred, a decade of love and hate between them. Rollins extended his fist. Moxley joined. Roman hesitated, then nodded. Fists in. One more time. No matter what happened the next night, this moment would live forever. The Shield's final chapter had begun, not in chaos, but in brotherhood.